Hi there, I'm Eric. This is my Synthesizers.com modular synthesizer, and this is a tenor ukulele from the folks over at Boulder Creek Guitars. What's cool about this is it's awesome. What's cool about this is it has a full set of electronics, including a pickup. So I'm thinking, what if I plugged this into this? What the heck would happen? Only one way to find out. I'm going to plug this in here. I'm good to go. I'm going straight into my Q118 instrument interface. The output of that is going into my VCA at the far end of the rack. What I'm going to do right now is just turn up the initial gain just to make sure that I'm actually getting a signal to come through. Make sure my tuner's off, and it's a thing of beauty. What I'm also going to do right now is I've got a very simple patch set up. We'll get more complex in just a moment. I'm going from the Q106 oscillator set to an LFO. Sine wave is controlling my amplifier on the far side. So what I'm going to quickly do is turn down the initial gain, bring up the control voltage gain, and see what that sounds like. It should add a nice little tremolo to it. Very, very nice. Now let's get a little more complex. Let's start bringing in some filters. Let's take this thing downtown.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
Alrighty, for this patch, I'm still going into the instrument interface, but this time I'm coming out of that and I'm going into the state variable filter. I'm using the old noise into sample and hold trick, and I'm using that to affect the cutoff frequency of the filter. So it's a pretty classic mid-70s effect, but I'm a pretty classic mid-70s kind of guy. I could do that for hours, literally hours. Alrighty, this patch is a pretty straightforward envelope-followed filter. So, as before, I'm going into the instrument interface to make sure that I'm amplifying the ukulele. That's going into my state variable filter. Simultaneous, I've got the gate output of the instrument interface controlling an envelope generator. That envelope generator is set for a little bit of attack, a little bit of decay, and that's feeding the filter to control the opening and closing of that. So now every time I simply play a note or a chord, the filter opens and closes in a very beautiful fashion. This patch is guaranteed to get your cat out of the studio. Okay, this one's kind of a combination of the two. I am now using the oscillator as an LFO, which is feeding the filter. So instead of being triggered from the amplitude of what's happening on the envelope, it's simply kind of a free-running thing. So once again, a few chords. And it's just like you're sitting on a beautiful sunny beach, you've got a drink with an umbrella in your hand, you're relaxing, the sun's beating down, and there's some annoying middle-aged white guy with a synthesizer about 45 feet away making noises like this. Alrighty, for this last patch, it's something a little bit special. What I like to do for this one is I don't even use the instrument interface. I simply take the cable that's coming out of the back of the ukulele, I go straight into any one of the jacks on a multiples. And what you're going to hear is absolutely nothing. This is a patch that I recommend for banjo. Well, there you have it. I spent a few minutes doing something ridiculous, and you watched me do it. Thanks very much.